Many people may not know this, but the multiverse actually plays a huge role in the Doom franchise. Alongside the release of the game in March of 2020, Dark Horse published The Art of Doom Eternal, a 192-page deluxe hardcover book featuring previously unseen concept art, developmental details, and quite a bit of lore. The majority of these crucial story elements have become widespread knowledge within the community in the time since the book was released, but one integral lore detail has somehow managed to slip under the radar for almost 4 years. The Art of Doom Eternal officially introduces the Doom Multiverse. In the book's final chapter, Demon vs. Slayer, it's explained that battle mode and the cosmetic items featured in Eternal are related to alternate realities, and they are canon to the story despite their presentation as irrelevant side content. The multiverse has only impacted the main storyline a single time, however it still managed to accomplish the impressive goal of canonizing every cosmetic item, every piece of official id Software related media, and potentially every fan-made mod that has been released throughout the past 3 decades. The introduction to the chapter explains how the Doom Multiverse was discovered and why it hasn't been present in the previous installments. Within the hub of the Doomslayer's chamber, Vega monitors quantum aberrations with great interest. As the forces of Hell and Urdak collide with the mortal realm, the tenuous order of reality begins to fragment, signaling the dawn of a new age of chaos. A dedicated portion of Vega's simulation matrix observes, records, and analyzes these dimensional abnormalities as Vega attempts to comprehend their meaning. Processing a veritable kaleidoscope of hyperfluxual phenomena, Vega observes what may very well be the result of a multiverse imploding inward upon itself, where countless battles are fought between the Doomslayer and demonkind. The invasion of Earth and the Slayer's war against the forces of evil has seemingly caused reality itself to shatter, resulting in the emergence of a previously unseen multiverse. While observing the vast array of new universes, Vega discovers that there are endless battles being fought throughout all of time and space, with an infinite number of Doomslayers taking on the endless armies of Hell. This alone already opens up so many new doors and presents countless exciting opportunities, but the following pages further expands the concept by offering a canon explanation for battle mode. To further explore this anomaly, Vega designs an onboard omni-contextual interface, an interdimensional man-machine gateway that would allow the Slayer to engage in the skirmishes directly. As the Slayer enters the gateway, his surroundings take the form of an arena, in tandem with the arrival of adversaries ready for battle. Seemingly extracted from his own experiential data, the opponents the Slayer faces are familiar, but now transformed by some unseen force. Battle mode was our first official look into the Doom Multiverse. The mode matched our version of the Slayer against demons from universes we've yet to explore. This short paragraph essentially canonizes every demon cosmetic featured in the game. There's a universe somewhere out there where the Mancubus became a pirate and the Archvile works as a government agent. The Slayer's presence does seem to have some sort of effect on these brief encounters, as both the arenas and the opponents appear to be altered based on his experiences, but this is likely nothing more than a way for id Software to explain why every cosmetic and map looks similar to what we often see in the main universe. While we unfortunately don't get a chance to interact with any of the various Doomslayers from across the multiverse, the art book explains that we do actually get to see what they look like through the cosmetics. In its analysis of this aberration, Vega observes ephemeral distortions within the fabric of reality, scrambled reflections of a physical world. As the Slayer interacts with this anomaly, a peculiar ripple in the anomaly's physical composition emerges, seemingly reacting to the Slayer's presence reflexively. The anomaly reshapes itself, calibrating itself to the Slayer, responding to his memory, ancestral, and mimetic data, before ultimately projecting itself onto the Slayer himself. Through Vega's advanced technology, the Slayer is able to directly interact with alternate universes where different versions of him exist in some form. These interactions are able to change the Slayer's physical appearance to match that of another Slayer, although these variations seem to adjust in order to properly fit his body type and the Praetor suit. Even if they're not exact replicas, they still represent other versions of Doomguy from across the multiverse, which does mean that all of the unlockable cosmetics are completely canon, even the recolors. This entire portion of the book has given us some incredibly important information, and I'm not entirely sure how it's gone almost completely unnoticed for so long. Slayer cosmetics, demon cosmetics, and the entirety of battle mode are officially canon as a part of the brand new Doom Multiverse. This lore completely changes how we look at everything outside of a main timeline. While the book's explanation of the multiverse ends here, the knowledge we've gained not only allows us to strengthen the connection between the classic and modern Doom games, but it also helps us bring every piece of id Software media together in some way, shape, or form. So, let's break it down. First, we have the classic universe, which consists of the classic Wolfenstein series, Commander Keen, Doom, Doom 2, and Doom 64. After permanently stopping the demonic invasion of the classic universe at the end of 64, Doomguy decides to stay in Hell to keep the demons in check, although he would eventually leave Hell and join the Night Sentinels. During his time with the Sentinels, Doomguy received combat training and unique powers from the Divinity Machine, which would transform him into the legendary Doomslayer. After spending an unspecified amount of time fighting alongside the Sentinels, he would re-enter Hell, where he was tricked and subsequently entombed by the demons. Dr. Samuel Hayden would eventually recover the Slayer's tomb and bring him to the modern universe, which hadn't been invaded yet. This new universe currently only consists of Doom 2016, Doom VFR, and Doom Eternal, although some people considered VFR to be non-canon due to various inconsistencies. The classic and modern universes are currently the only two that are officially connected as a part of the main storyline, but we now know that there's tons of other universes that are still canon despite being irrelevant to the narrative. As of now, the list of alternate universes consists of the 1996 comic book, the classic novels, Doom 3, the Doom 3 novels, the 2005 movie, Doom Annihilation, Mighty Doom, the RPG games, Rage and Rage 2, the entire Wolfenstein franchise excluding some of the classics, and the entire Quake franchise. I'm sure that some of id Software's earlier titles like Hover Tank 3D could also be considered part of a multiverse, but we'll talk about those another time. Since every non-story related Slayer skin from Eternal counts as its own universe, that adds an additional 95 universes to the list. I won't be counting any of the demon skins since some of them could be from the same universe and this is already starting to get a bit complicated. Some variations of Doomguy have managed to make their way into other franchises. The list currently includes Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Quake, Fallout, Fall Guys, Fortnite, and Call of Duty amongst many other non-official appearances. You could always argue that even unofficial content counts since it still works with the idea of an infinite amount of Marines fighting an infinite amount of demons across an infinite multiverse, although this may not exactly line up with id Software's official plans. Almost every single piece of community content made throughout the past 3 decades could be counted as official canon without ever needing to be mentioned. I think it would be a great way to make the Doom multiverse truly eternal, while honoring 30 years of dedication in the process. The current lack of definition for the multiverse makes this concept work so well that I personally already consider this to be canon, although you can interpret this information however you please. Something as big and expansive as this never comes without problems. This is still a very new concept that hasn't received a thorough explanation and a lot of questions currently remain unanswered, but the general concept works well enough to hold up until the rules of a Doom multiverse can be defined. Much like Doom itself, this shared multiverse is an ever-evolving concept that will always have new content being brought into it, although that content will become Xbox exclusive in the near future. It's pretty much confirmed that every Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein game will be exclusive going forwards. Click on the video that's on screen now to learn more. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, I hope you enjoyed it. That's pretty much all that I have for now though. Until next time.